Just going live for Tuesday, like we said, every Tuesday. I'm gonna wait for John to jump on, and I'll guest him, and we'll be on for a little bit. And if you guys have any questions or want to just talk or chat or whatever, um, let's do it. I am in California right now, and John is still in Syracuse. And also, if there's any, I know the last stream I did not come out very well, so if we're freezing up or you can't hear us or whatever, just let me know. I am live. Okay. Who do we have on? How's everyone doing tonight, this evening? There we go. Let's see. What's up, Mountain Hiker? John, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Cool. I can hear you too.
Cool. So how is it over there? It's like perfect weather over here right now.
It was rainy and 50.
50. It's 76 here.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's still daylight, I can see.
Yeah, it's daylight out. It is.
Check this out. It's a special from Strong Hearts.
So what is it this month?
This is I think it's the Buffalo Burger. I forget what they call it.
Oh yeah. So I just went to Oasis Cafe in Riverside, California. I got this crazy burrito. And what else we got here? We got some
Yeah, that's right. I'm eating.
some plantains and
I got sauce on my face.
potato wedges. So we're gonna be eating while we're talking tonight again. I'm so hungry tonight. Like last time, I wasn't hungry.
Mountain hiker. I'm from Syracuse, so Strong Hearts is literally 15 minutes away from my doorstep.
Hey, BGV.
Oh my God, what'd you get, buffalo wings or something that you posted from Veggie Grill or something? Holy cow, that looks so good.
They were. And then I had the Beyond Burger with it too. So.
We got Please Vegan,
Sauces. Oh,
BTV.
also, wait, are we?
Oh, you froze for a second. You're back. We both actually went to Chittenango High School. You ever hear of it?
Chittenango High.
Kristen got the sweet sassy molassy. I'm hoping she only eats half of it. Oh, I saw your 3 for $1 deal.
3 avocados for $1. This is like where we're from. They're like $2 each. So I bought like 6 of them.
It's so good.
It's dinner time over here.
What's your plan? When does it start? Expo Friday?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I just talked to Jesse. They're not going this year, but they said hi. I might go down there to San Diego and visit them.
Oh, that'd be sweet. Like super pregnant.
Pastry, the cookie dough. Brian, where did you go to school? Modern Hiker was just at Strong Hearts. That's crazy. The vegan trucker delivered roofing insulation to our old high school.
This must have been when they started doing all the renovations. That was like 2 years after I left. Oh, you're from Albany. Have you been to Little Anthony's?
Or how about Bourbon and Wolf? Wolf and Bourbon? Bourbon and Wolf. I heard Kristen.
I'm staring at the other half of that sweet sassy.
I'm going to be heading up a bunch of places here. And Donut Friend. I'm going to Donut
Oh, man. I might have to unfollow you so I don't get food envy.
Friend. You won't follow me more than anyone I think ever.
What do you want?
I don't know what else is going on up there.
In the
Yes,
queue?
travel day.
Same old thing.
I went on the other night and I was doing like a taste test because I don't know if you saw, but the vegan baked goods, the desserts at Wegmans,
How were they?
they're good. And I met with the girl that actually created them. She's at the
Oh,
fair.
nice.
And so they have a bunch of them: peanut butter cups, peanut butter truffles, and all kinds of stuff. So I did a taste test, and then after I was done with that, I ended up telling some ghost stories.
It's funny. I actually said hi on one of the videos, but you didn't respond, you jerk.
What one?
I don't remember. I was like, yo. I was on my phone, so I couldn't like join you or anything. But
That's weird.
I went to the Taft Road Wegmans, and they didn't. They only have the peanut butter cookies and the molasses that they've had for like a year now.
Right now, they're trying to get it out. Fairmont and DeWitt right now.
Okay. Hey, Migo Yugo's back.
How's it going? Invited her friends, and Mountain Hiker goes to Bourbon and Wolf's every Wednesday.
I don't think I've been there. Have you been there without me, Chris?
Yeah, I was there. I did a video there. It's really good. If you're ever in Albany, go there. Hi, Migo. Love you too. Has anybody ever been to Oasis Cafe in Riverside? I've never been there before, but until today, because that's what I'm eating right here, the burrito. By the way, if you're just joining us, I'm in California right now, and John's in Syracuse, New York.
What I had was I had a burger, a veggie burger from Strong Hearts. It was the special, and it was a buffalo wing burger. And let's see, how long have we been online for? 8 minutes. It took me less than 8 minutes to eat this whole thing.
Damn.
My wife got the sweet sassy molassy, and this is the other half that she couldn't eat that I am now moving to.
Nice. That happens sometimes. They gave us hot sauce, and I just tried a little bit, and I don't know why I tried it.
Is it too hot?
It's hot, yeah. I can't do the hot sauce.
Bal, you get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah, so last night I went to Veggie Grill, had the Beyond Burger, and the hot wings. So good. Hi, Gina. Beachy says, welcome to Cali. Thank you. Please Vegan wants to know when we're going back to Portland. I would love to go to Portland. One of the best vegan cities there is. I don't know. I don't know when I'm going to be back there. Because they're not doing Eat Drink Vegan there this year. They're doing it only in LA. The LA, no, I don't think, no, we're not going to the LA Veg Fest. I'm going to the Expo this weekend. And then I'm going to do Vegan Street Fair at the end of the month. And then I'm trying to get out here for Eat Drink Vegan in May.
For what?
Eat Drink Vegan, which is they changed the name of it. It was the Vegan Beer Fest.
Oh, cool.
So
Yeah, that way you
yeah,
kind of encompass all the non-drinkers, really. Eat, drink, vegan.
I had an idea for a new show. Well, put it right on our Vegan Zombie show. As we get, this is funny coming from me because I'm straight edge, but I think it would be funny. So we get, a guest on the show. They drink and get drunk or whatever, and then we ask them questions.
Can I be the first contestant?
Yeah, that'd be fun. I think that'd be fun.
No, I feel like I'd let a lot of people down. They'd be like, "Oh my God, John drinks? What a loser!"
Yeah, but you rarely ever drink.
Yeah, so like one beer, I'd be drunk. I'd be like, "Let me tell you something, please, vegan."
Mountain Hiker wants to know how long we've been vegan for. I've been vegan for 22 and a half years, and you just hit your 20-year mark.
I hit
right?
20 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And this week right here, it's my 27-year vegetarian. That makes me feel old. How long has everybody been vegan, if you're vegan, in the chat room? Vegan in the chat room. No, how long has everybody been vegan here?
Oh my God.
Is that burger, is that the new one? Not the Sassy Molassy, but is the other one really good? I haven't had it before.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, it's really good. It's just the those tenders that they normally make with the chicken parm sandwich and stuff.
Yeah.
It was those in like a really delicious hot sauce. Oh, Mountain Hiker just started pretty recently in August. That's awesome, though. You started.
That's awesome.
Gotta start sometime.
Yeah.
What do you do
Congrats
tomorrow,
everybody
though?
that's vegan, yes.
You have tomorrow and Thursday to like just hang out, or you have plans?
Thursday is the first day of the expo, so
Oh, okay.
tomorrow going out, hanging out, and gonna go to some try to hit up some different restaurants around here and stuff.
Did you You should check out your Instagram and look at the picture I just posted. My brother Mike and I were hanging out, with my sister-in-law,
Uh-huh.
and he was wearing this hat. This is the brother that always gets asked, "Are you the vegan zombie?"
Oh, so let's see.
Yeah, if you guys have Instagram, you should just look up john.ted. That's my username, and check out that picture and tell me what you think.
Nice plug.
I
there.
think we could be
Just kidding.
twins, really. He's 8 years older than me, but he looks good for his age.
Oh, wow, yeah, totally.
Sam
That's awesome.
Singh
I'm gonna.
has only been vegan for a few months, but your friends and family are waiting for you to cave. Don't cave. Don't ever cave. It just gets easier.
I met somebody today, and they asked me what I miss the most, being vegan. And honestly, there's nothing that I miss. There's nothing that wasn't vegan that I miss, because everything that I can have is, there's so many delicious vegan foods, and thinking of what it actually is on your plate that's not vegan, it's not food. To me, it's not food. And there's nothing I like so much that I miss, I don't know if that's like that for everybody, because, some people do miss things, understandable.
That's weird, though. I'm kind of on the same page with you. I don't miss anything. The only foods that I miss are the foods that I make. And I mean, I'm always eating, so I always miss food, but it's all vegan.
Migo Hugo says, 5 days I'm going to be 40. Oh my gosh. Well, happy early birthday. You're almost as old as me. Yeah, if this is Please Vegan says, I'm glad you posted this to YouTube. if everything's set up right, which I didn't double check on this one, but it should go to our second YouTube channel, which I should probably put them all on the main channel, right? But it's going to the second one. This needs a little more sauce.
What is that? Sour cream? Or ranch?
Yeah, I think it's vegan sour cream.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
Are you gonna go to Doomie's while you're out there? Or no?
I'm gonna try, but there's so many restaurants I'm gonna go to that I've been invited to. I want to try Roy's new one.
I know, down in San Diego. Well, if you go visit Jesse and Fredo, you'll be able to go.
Yeah, we talked about that about an hour ago. She's having a baby.
What do you guys do with your dogs when you're away on travels? Well, my parents actually love when their grandkids visit them. So I'll drop them off there, and they'll hang out at my parents' house for a week or two, however long I'm gone.
And same here. I have friends and parents. So for this trip, because I'm going to be gone so long, they're splitting it up. So my parents going to be watching them for a little bit, and then, so yeah, and need a pup.
All right, I just ate a vegan burger and half of a sweet sassy molassie. I'm ready for a nap.
And I'm like halfway through the burrito, and I'm really full.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
What?
Migo Hugo's one dog just passed away.
Oh,
That's
sorry to hear that.
so hard to deal with.
You want to explain that sweet sassy? Molassie?
Yeah,
It was good.
it was a delicious sandwich. It's basically a brick of tofu, like a slab of tofu, not a huge brick, marinated in this wonderful sauce, and then I think it's either baked or fried. I can't remember what they do. Slice of bread. We got some mayo, vegan mayo, lettuce, avocado, onions, and a dream. It's trying to make its way back up. Sorry. Ugh, I gotta fight it down.
I got some new recipes. You're going to have some new recipes when I come back, right? I got some new ones.
Yeah, I'm actually testing tomorrow.
I need a piece of tape right here.
Nerd. These are actually my real glasses right here.
Oh, yeah, you got real ones. I got fake ones. Actually, they're not mine. I missed you both. Vegan for Vendetta. Aw.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's no shortage of places to eat out here, for sure.
No, luckily you're going to be there for a long, 3 weeks?
Yeah. But I got a bunch of videos to do back home, too. And I filmed a couple before I left. The scary stories on Saturday were fun. I'm glad you liked them. I don't know if you follow me on Snapchat, but the very next day, I snapped the story that I told you guys about on that road where we saw the girl run out. I snapped the exact location just to show you guys what it looked like.
Wait, what story did you tell? Stories I already know?
Yeah, ghost story. Like, remember that incident, like, back when I first started going to college and we were racing up Salt Springs Road and that girl came out? Did I tell you that story ever?
I don't know. I'm listening.
Well, I don't want to say it. I mean,
Just go until I'll tell you if I've heard it before.
So we were I was late for school, and my friend Chancey was driving. And as we were going, it's in the middle of the summer, 7 in the morning, no houses around. It's June, so the corn was really tall. And out from the corn, like this girl, she had to be 13 or 14 years old. She comes running out, and we barely missed her. We swerved and we didn't hit her. And there was one thing about her that I know I saw, but I I just like kind of like convinced myself that it was because we were going so fast. And I really, to this day, wish that we stopped, but we didn't stop. So for the next few days, I looked, because this is back in like the late 90s. There was no internet, anything like that. No cell phones. Well, there wasn't Google or anything like that. So I looked in the paper. Was anybody missing? Was anybody kidnapped? Nothing. So I never talked about it again. And then when I was living in Washington, D.C., our friends were, like Heidi was over there and Mike was there, and we were talking ghost stories. I'm like, it's something like rang a bell in my head. I go, well, guys, something really weird happened. This isn't a ghost story, but I told them the story up to that point. And the one thing that I didn't tell anybody, what I saw when we drove by her, and I just kind of passed off as, just being us going so fast and it was a blur, was she didn't have a face. There was no face. There was no facial features. There was no nose, mouth, eyes. And then Heidi knew exactly what road it was on. She said her grandpa told her all about, what happened 40 years ago. Some girl got in an accident there and died. And I'm like, I'm really skeptical. I don't really believe in that, but I can't deny what I saw. And so I started Googling it, and I started reading research that, supposedly if there's a spirit that came back or whatever, sometimes they don't, especially in wooded areas, have like all their features. Maybe they don't have feet, maybe they don't have hands, maybe they don't have a face. And like, so every time I go back to my parents, there's like 4 different ways I can get to my parents' house. But every single time I go that route to hopefully see if I can see her again. Well, I did it the other day, and I did a Snapchat of it after I told that story.
Did I
So
did I ever
did I
tell you
that?
about the? I
Real
what
quick,
you said.
not to interrupt you, but the story. I guess you can Google the story on this specific road. They said, people have been said that, this girl comes out and they either put her in the car and pick her up, and by the time they get to the end of the road, she's not there, or they get in a terrible accident. Well, I won't say by his name, but the kid that was your age, he ended up getting in a car accident on that road and he died. And also, I almost got it with your ex-girlfriend, and I forgot who else, Zico. We were coming down the hill and we almost got in an accident because as we came over the hill, it was a big storm. There was a huge tree in the road, and she was about to swerve and either go into a telephone pole or off a cliff. And I was like, just hit the tree. So we hit the tree that was down. So we hit that, did a little damage to the car, but we didn't die. We didn't get hurt. So yeah, it's a crazy road. But anyway, sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's cool. I probably told you this story, but the you know where BB Bridge Road is in Canastota?
Yes.
Okay, so there's like a ghost story. Everybody talks about this guy that was killed at the train tracks. I don't remember the full story if he committed suicide or if there was just a bad accident. And I used to deliver. My father owned that paper route. I used to deliver newspapers in high school from like midnight to 4 a.m. Only on days my dad got sick, so I was doing it for him like 3 days a week until he got better. My ex-girlfriend was with me at the time, and I was being a smart aleck, and I go, "Hey, ghost, you being a ghost?" And right when I said that, it was at the train track, the haunted train tracks. Right when I said that, I'm not even kidding, the train tracks went down, and they stayed down. I sat there, no train came, and my ex-girlfriend was like in tears because it was so creepy. So we went through the tracks and just kind of went on our way. Every time I would deliver newspapers after that, I would just go as fast as I could through those train tracks because I was so freaked out. Like, maybe it was just a coincidence, but I feel like there was a ghost there. And he's like, "I'll show you, idiots."
I know a lot of people were talking about BB Ridge as being haunted, and people would just go up there and try to wait for something to happen. Like in the summertime, they would just go there and hang out and wait for something to happen.
Vegan for Vendetta said Detroit is haunted, legitimately haunted. Olivia says her dog died in 2015. A few weeks ago, thought she heard her nails clicking on the hardwood floor. Oh my goodness!
I don't know.
Not scary. I've been listening to this podcast. Honey, what's the name of that podcast? The firewood one? Some campfire podcast, and they tell ghost stories, like real life ghost stories that happen to people, and it's really, really cool. I mean, it's cool because a lot of the people are like, it wasn't a malevolent? Is that the right word, Chris? It wasn't a bad spirit. It was somebody. It was just like a like a prankster spirit kind of doing things. So it's really cool.
Pretty benign. Yeah.
We should just do like a ghost story YouTube someday where we like all our friends can tell our ghost stories.
Well, I was doing this the other night on here, and as I was telling these stories, right behind me, my light fell down in front, like right there, and I'm like, "What the heck?" And then a few minutes later, I heard something like it sounded like something running up a stairs, like in my basement, and I could actually feel the vibrations of my house, like the vibration movement. And at the same time that it happened, I know it wasn't just me. Indy comes running down to where I was, like looking around, like was somebody here, like what? And I'm like, wow. And it was all on video, like it was all happening. People thought I was pranking, but I honestly was not. It's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
See, Vegan for Vendetta has 1,000 ghost stories. See, we should have guests on the show to talk about these things because I think they're interesting. I have a few that I didn't tell too, but I have some pretty cool ones.
Back in high school, Chris was like the storyteller. I'd always make him tell the same stories over. Like you didn't just have ghost stories though; you had really funny ones too. It might have only been funny to me. I don't know, but I was laughing.
Well, I was telling my friend today about this has nothing to do with ghosts or anything, and I don't know, maybe it's boring to you guys or not. But my brother, he always kind of did things his way, and this is my younger brother that was best friend when I met John. So he was getting married, and he so I guess at the church, so he got married in the same church that my parents got married at, and apparently I didn't know this, but apparently they won't allow them to play Here Comes the Bride. They said it was like the meaning of it was scandalous or something like that, and they haven't played the song in like over 40 years, so they refused to play it. And my brother, he hired like a quartet or something to come in to play the song because he said, well, is that priest going to be there? And it's like, no, that priest isn't going to be there today. So he's like, okay, then I don't see a problem here. And so nobody knew about this, especially my mom. My mom's like, yeah, they tried, but they couldn't play the song. And I'm standing up there right next to my brother. Like I was one of his groomsmen, and I'm standing right next to him. And it was about that time for her to start walking down the aisle. And he looks at me and he goes, check this out. And I'm like, what? I go, what? He goes, just watch Mom's face. So I look over at Mom, and they start playing. His quartet comes in. Now, I guess apparently when you hire I don't know if it was a quartet, but like a little band, musicians, whatever. I don't know if that's the proper name. But apparently when they're paid to do something, they perform at the exact time they're supposed to perform, and they will go until they physically are supposed to, until they're done. No matter what goes on, they're gonna keep playing. So they start playing Here Comes the Bride. And my mom looks over, and then she realizes what song, and she looks over and she's like, "Oh my God!" And the look that she gave him was just, it was incredibly funny. And then, and John was in this wedding too. So John's in this wedding. So, and then usually this doesn't happen, and it's never happened at any wedding I've ever been to and I've never heard of. Then when you're at the reception, and then everybody that's in the wedding comes out and they call them all by name. Well, my brother wanted John to sing one of his favorite band, one of the songs live when they came out. And my brother, who is the groom, wanted to be playing the guitar. And my mom's like, no, it's your wedding. You don't play. You're not part of the band, Brian. Like other people are in the band. You just, he's like, no, it's my wedding. I'm in the band. So we're on the other side of the doors. There's a video for this. I haven't edited. Nobody's seen it but me. And there's a video, and we're all on the other side of the door. Everybody from the reception is inside already, and they're waiting for us all to come out. And I'm like, I was really like, I didn't used to like to be like on camera or anything. I'm very shy. I was like, Brian, what are we doing? What do I have to do? He's like, as soon as we go out there, these doors are going to open, and we're going to go out there playing our music, and you're going to dance. I'm like, I don't dance. Brian, I can't, I'm not dancing. He goes, these doors are opening in 10 seconds. You better be dancing. I'm like, I can't. And then they open. I'm like, ah. And this is all on video. It's hilarious. And John's singing, and it was just so surreal. John's singing, my brother's playing guitar, and I'm going, ah. And it just, it was funny. I should upload that video. It's his line. So anyway, hope you like that story.
That was funny. I remember that. I remember you telling me about it.
But you were there. You were actually in it.
Yeah, but I didn't hear Brian because I was nervous. I'm like, I have to sing in front of all these people in two
Yep.
seconds.
And you were good.
Very high song. It's out of my range. We did all right.
That's creepy. Olivia Veggie Girl says, when I was about 10, I was sleeping with my mom and saw a shadow of a man in a top hat standing at the foot of my bed. I think you were on my you were listening to my stories. I had something similar to that happening. It's creepy when you're young, when you're little.
It's creepy when you're old.
Yeah. It's like, hey, dude, get out of my house, man.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, you're in the wrong house. You're with someone else. We have like a million funny stories from like, cause well, I watched John grow up pretty much. When I met John, he was just a little kid, you know? Hey dudes, vegan Queenie. What other kind of stories did we have? I also told the story, like I loved, obviously, I've always been an animal lover. And I remember, when I probably 10 or 11, and my mom was deathly afraid of snakes. So she'd always like think that I was bringing snakes home, which I pretty much was. But this time it wasn't a snake. I caught, and this is really weird how this happened. It was in the middle of the daytime. I was at my friend's grandma's house. We were like in like a dried out ravine. And I look over, and I was 11. I was wearing a cowboy hat. And all of a sudden I see a bat flying at me. Now most people would get out of the way, right? Well, the first thing I did, I took my hat off and I caught it. Boom, went right in my head. I caught a bat. I'm like, oh my God, I got a bat. Now I have to put on my like game face, and I got to convince my mom that I'm going to keep this as a pet. So I'm outside. It's the middle of summer. I'm like, Mom, come outside. And I have them like in a nice, big, air hold paper bag. And I'm like, Mom, listen. She's like, what's in the bag? I'm like, just listen to me. She's like, is that a snake? I'm like, no, Mom, it's not a snake. And she's like, what is in the bag? I'm like, Mom, please, look, I'll be good. Just, can I please have a new pet? Like, it's a good pet. Like, just don't overreact. She's like, Chris, you're not having another pet. What's in the bag? Look, Mom, it's a bat. She's like, Christopher, they have rabies. Get rid of it. You're not bringing a bat. I'm like, but Mom, listen, Mom.
Did she yell for your dad? Tom,
he's got a bat. Yeah, and I had to let it. Well, obviously, I went out back and I let it go.
Let it go. Did she call you Christopher Michael? Because that's what,
Yeah.
I was John Robert when I was in trouble.
Yeah. So,
That's funny.
Tons of funny stories like that.
This was before you were a vampire, right? Because you went through, you're still in the vampire phase. But this is pre-vampire, Chris.
Yeah, this was more like werewolf, Freddy Krueger kind of stuff. I've always been obsessed with horror, and before I was into zombies, before I was even into vampires, I loved Teen Wolf. I wanted to be a werewolf, and I convinced all the kids, and this was when I was pretty young. I was 9, 10, 11, but I still convinced the kids in my neighborhood that were even younger than me, a couple years younger than me, that I was a werewolf. And my little brother, I convinced them that I was a werewolf. So I realized that it was so much harder to convince somebody every time that you were a werewolf than it was to convince somebody that you were like a vampire. A vampire, you just put a couple teeth in. A werewolf, you had to I had long hair at the time, so I'd cut little pieces off and I'd glue them in my hands. I'd be like, Brian, I'm turning into a werewolf again. He's like, oh no, it just was, yeah. So finally I learned my lesson, don't try to be a werewolf, try to be a vampire. Kids of the neighborhood. No, a baseball bat, right, Mike. It's not a real bat. Christopher Michael. So see, now everybody knows my name.
Well, he really likes it when you call him Chrissy Mike.
Oh, no. I was looking up people. I knew a few of them, but I was looking up the famous actors and stuff that were born in the same town or went to the same Syracuse as we did. And I just realized today, well, Richard Gere is one of them. And I just realized Richard Gere's middle name is Tiffany. I did not know that.
Unusual.
But, Tom Cruise was born here. Mel Gibson was born close to here. The Baldwins live near here. Well, when I say here, I'm talking about Syracuse. And Richard Gere went to Syracuse. High
He's
school.
actually friends with the Hafners, my boss.
Oh
He
yeah,
comes into the store like once a year to say hello.
that's cool. And and Baldwin does too, doesn't he?
I know his
Always
mom.
been-
His mom lives down the street
Tom Cruise was born
from
here
the
in
store.
Syracuse.
Yeah, Tom Cruise was in Syracuse stage, wasn't he?
I don't know.
I
I know
remember.
he was born there, born here. And then you have Rod Serling from The Twilight Zone. He was born, I think, in Binghamton area down there, but he went to Syracuse University. And if you watch The Twilight Zone as the first few of them, he's always referencing Syracuse or like neighboring, which is pretty cool.
Migo Hugo says Tom Cruise needs help.
He does.
Yeah,
But
he's off his rocker.
Tom Cruise. I'm full from half a burrito.
I'm full from a burger and a half of a sandwich.
And if
So-
anybody like got on later, I was talking about these. I'm in California right now, and I got these avocados. They're 3 for $1, which is amazing because usually they're $2 a piece where I live. So that was pretty cool. And I don't know. Did nobody replied? I don't think any. Has anybody been to Oasis Cafe in Riverside? I'm like talking. I'm not Rivendell. Like I'm talking Lord of the Rings. I'm such a nerd.
Look who's there, Belle. Who's there? Who's there?
3 for $1. Yes, it was pretty cool. Oh, there's Belle.
Come here.
Let's talk nerd. Okay, so here's a show that I used to watch when I was a little kid, and only one other person that I've ever met. Actually, you might know her, Issa Moskowitz from Modern Love and Veganomicon. She's a cookbook author. She's the only other person in the world that knew this TV show that I used to watch when I was little from the 80s. Does anybody remember Voyagers? It was only on for one season because the main actor ended up dying from a stupid prop gun that he thought was like,
Oh, I know the answer.
yeah,
Do I give it away?
Voyagers.
That was one of my favorite movies when I was a kid.
Voyagers?
No, I thought you were talking about. I'm sorry. I only caught. I was petting my dogs.
Oh.
You know who else was killed with a prop gun? You know who was
What?
killed? You know who I was thinking of?
Who?
Brandon Lee.
Oh yeah, but that was much later. I'm talking about the early 80s.
Oh,
Yeah. Voyagers, but I just saw Doctor Strange. Did you see that?
oh, how was it,
It was all right.
dude?
And
I
also
almost
saw-
texted you.
I also
I almost
watched,
texted you. I watched Logan.
oh, I want to go see that so bad. I was supposed to
It
go
is
see
like
it.
so far, it's the best Marvel movie I've seen.
Better than Deadpool?
Yeah,
Okay, good. 'Cause
it's wicked good.
Wolverine's my
I'm not gonna lie. I went with Corey, Chris, and Tim Hunt, and thank you, Anita. She loves my Boston Terrier. He is really cute. I was crying. I'm not gonna give anything away, but I was gonna say I was fighting back tears. Hey,
Deadpool was good. Some people didn't like it, but I
I
thought
really liked
Deadpool
it,
was
actually.
really good.
Belle, you want to go outside?
Have we heard the new
What?
movie Raw? What? No, I don't think so. What's it about?
Be careful.
Last night I watched Manchester by the Sea. Oh, I
Wait,
got nuts to play trivia.
how was,
for friends?
How was Doctor Strange?
It was all right.
Yeah.
It was good. Migo Yugo was what good? See, we're talking about so many different ones.
There's so many things.
For real? Oh, so Gina said Raw is about a vegan vegetarian girl who ends up going cannibal. That's kind of crazy. I haven't heard of that. Were you talking about the one I saw last night? I saw Doctor Strange yesterday on the plane. Let's see, what did I watch on the plane? I watched Doctor Strange, and then I started watching that Zach Galifianakis one, which wasn't that good. Where he like robs
Yeah, I saw
Fargo.
that.
Yeah, did you like it? It wasn't that good.
Oh, steamed potatoes, funny. Yep, those are all meats. Yep, keep going. He's so smart.
Steak, pork, chicken, fish. You can make all those vegan, which is cool.
I know meats.
Pretty meatheady. Oh, Farron watched Voyagers when they were a kid, and that's awesome because you're only the second person ever that I've known. The main guy that was in it, he was Punky Brewster's brother, I believe, and he took a gun when he took a gun. It was a prop gun, and he put it to his head playing Russian roulette, just joking around because he was bored between takes, and he shot it, and there was something lodged in it, and he died.
Wow.
Um, yeah, sucks.
Is he okay? Just kidding.
Manchester by the Sea. Yeah, I watched that last night. It kind of wasn't that. I mean,
Didn't suck.
it was. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. That's just me. I'll have to check out Raw if it actually does say that. That'd be cool. Where is it? Like in the movie theaters? Is it on Netflix, Amazon? Oh, thanks guys. CJ Carter. Thanks a lot for the likes. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry.
Bob J's been triggered by Steve with his meat talk. We got to talk him down. It's okay, Bob. Whoa, did we get another 400 like?
I think. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Wait, what if I do that? I'm sending you 400 likes. Oh, never mind. It costs money.
Oh, so Voyagers was a time travel show. It wasn't the same as Doctor Who, but yeah, I used to watch Doctor Who, the original, when I was younger too. The big guy with the curly hair and the scarf. The original. I haven't watched the new ones. I heard they're good. I've seen Taylor on YouTube. CJ became a fan. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So how do these likes go? You guys just like on that and it gives us a like? That's cool.
I tried to like you guys, but it costs. Wait, maybe it doesn't cost money. If I do that, I don't know.
Do you guys like this setup better? Because usually I'm at John's house, but this is the first time I've been away, far away.
I just looked at my face. I was looking at a different part of the screen, and I looked at what my face was doing, and it was like, what an idiot. Whoa.
Yeah, Tom Baker. Yeah, so he's the one. And I didn't realize it because I was so young when I was watching it. I thought he was just the main guy, but yeah, I guess they cycle through different ones just because of the show. I guess that's what happens. It just a new doctor comes on. I didn't know that until like a couple of years ago. Doctor Who. Yes. Yep. What else did I just watched something else. Oh, I started watching. I didn't have enough time. I was on the plane and all these movies were free to watch, and they had some really good ones too. I didn't know what to watch, and I only had like half an hour left before we were landing, so I'm like, I just watched something that I've already seen. So I watched Spider-Man 2 again. Just half an hour. We made your night. You go. Oh, that's awesome. Glad we could do that. What time is it over for you right now? It's 8:58. Okay. I still have my my laptop on Syracuse time. When we first started making up the recipe videos, who would come up with the recipes? Well, at first we used our recipes that we made for vegan Thanksgiving. So we kind of cycled through kind of like both of ours that we would make. And then after that, John would do some, and then we got to a point, I think it was the pizza roll video. So John was testing recipes and he was coming up with them. And then one night, because he went to like a culinary school, I worked at many restaurants at the time, although I'm going to a culinary school right now. John was working on a recipe, and I came over to film, and something wasn't going right with the recipe. I don't remember what it was, but he's like, we can't do this. And I'm like, well, I just brought everything over here. It was quite a bit of work. Just, I would bring all my stuff and drive it a half hour to John's house, set it up in like the middle of winter, and it was just a pain. And then I was like, well, I mean, I have a recipe we could do, but I doubt anybody are going to want to watch it. I'm like, we could do pizza rolls, but everybody knows how to make pizza. I just have figured everybody knew. So I told him what the recipe was, and he made the pizza rolls, and it turned out to be one of our best videos, to date. And whenever we go to like do demonstrations and stuff, we usually use that recipe. So, and then after that, the recipes pretty much almost exactly have been like half mine, half John's. And at the beginning, obviously, I wasn't doing any of them. So I would give him my recipe and he would make them because I was too afraid to be in front of the camera. Or I didn't want to be in the front of the camera because I just knew what I was doing behind the camera, and John wasn't going to film me. He didn't know what to do with the camera. So.
Every time you try to trust me with the camera, it ends up being something you can't use. John,
okay, so perfect example. This was funny. Not that you did anything wrong, but like when you're an editor and you're filming stuff and you're doing it with like an iPhone or something, a lot of people film like this, and then you get the long view. So, you're supposed to film if you're doing a video like this. And we were in Alaska for the vegan cruise. We're in Alaska, and my phone, it just died. I mean, my phone was so crappy that it was at 90%, and just because it was cold out, it died. And I'm like, oh my God, I have no camera this entire time we're in beautiful Alaska. And as we're down, getting ready to leave, the park ranger starts telling us about like the bears in the area. And as he's telling us this, a bear walks right in front of the street where we were. Like, it could have walked right up to us, but he's like, yeah, they're like used to people. And that one's name was, I forget what her name was, but she walked across the street, and I had no camera, so I'm like, John, film this. So he starts filming it, and he's filming it like this, and I look over at what he was doing. I'm like, no, like that. And we have a video of a bear right next to us, which was pretty cool. And then we got the porcupine. Has anybody seen a porcupine up close? They are so cool. Their hands are exactly like human hands. So it's sitting there with its hand going like this, grabbing it and just eating like the branches. And he's right next to us. She, I don't know, but it's sitting there eating the plant with his hand, slowly grabbing it. That was fun. And we have videos, and we have that on video. That's so cool.
I know, that was awesome.
And that's the first thing everybody. What's the first thing you would normally think of if you saw a bear that is not, there's nothing to block you. There's no fence. There's nothing in the way. First thing you would think would you run away. As soon as this bear comes, there was a ton of people there. So as soon as this bear walks across the street, everybody runs towards the bear to take pictures of it. We waited for it to get down underneath the bridge where we were, and it kind of walked right under us. So crazy. Walking with bears. Well, let's see. It's we're almost on an hour, so I don't know. We're gonna wrap this up in 5 minutes.
A little quiet tonight, but I love all you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure having you watch me scarf down a burger in less than 8 minutes.
Gina almost got attacked by a dog.
Ooh, that's scary.
And the police want us to be afraid of coyotes. Let me think if I can think of any other cool stories to tell for the last one or something. Most of the funny stories are like when we were little. Except for the wedding one that I told.
Yeah, that was the most recent.
It's not really too much of a story, but like every 4th of July, we'd go over to John's parents' house. We'd make a bunch of food and just hang out because his parents live on the lake. And John was just like, "Why were you doing that?" But you kept saying Carol Ann from the movie The Poltergeist to your mom, and she was getting so annoyed with you.
Because she was yelling. She was yelling for my nephew to come up to eat or something. Anthony! And her voice was so loud and annoying that I go, Caroline! She likes it. I still do that to her too. It's really funny.
She's like, stop. What are you doing? Stop it. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, man.
Anthony Michael!
Caroline.
Oh.
Yeah, misinformation. Unfortunately, that's what people do. They give misinformation about a lot of things, including animals, and they make you think that they're dangerous and they want to kill them, which is crazy. Brian said, I missed the beginning. What city are you staying in? Right now I'm in I'm outside of LA. Rancho. I'm not sure. I think. I don't
Wait,
know.
you're in Rancho Cucamonga?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's where Workaholics is.
Are you kidding me?
They had a
I was
dirt.
just watching that a couple nights ago. Well, I've already seen it, but. Hey, Becca. Yeah, Workaholics is funny. So is Silicon Valley. Have you seen it? Yeah, you've seen it. Right?
That show is so good.
It is.
So funny.
I haven't finished the second season though. But it's seriously good. It's so nice where I am right now, by the way. It is 70 degrees. Perfect. I don't like it too hot. And I don't like it too cold.
No, I miss the West Coast. I'm going to try to go out there all of February next year. That'll be my vacation. Hey, Becca gave us times 50 likes.
Oh, wow. Awesome, Becca.
Thanks, Becca.
I have no idea what those mean, but they look pretty cool.
They're green
That's
thumbs, so that's good.
50 likes. I don't. How do you even do that? Or maybe in the below.
You got to click on an icon. I can do. I don't know if you can. Can you?
Number one.
It costs 100. It's 120 gold bars for me to send you a 400 likes.
I don't know. I don't even know.
I'm sorry, but you're not worth it to me.
Number one fan is CJ Carter. Number two fan is Vegan. Oh, I can't see the whole name. Oh, Vegan for Vendetta. And then Becca. Oh, so it shows everybody. That's awesome. I get it. So you're the number one fan if you donate gold bars. This is like a video game.
Oh, we got another.
We're like a living Mario Brothers, right? There's a little present in the bottom. Click
present. Oh, cool. But
so it's everybody. That's awesome. Oh, that's cool. Did I do the right thing? Oh, we got a birthday cake. In the bottom, click it. Pretty cool. What else? So I plan on doing a lot of videos at Expo and some of the different restaurants we're going to. And I really need to. Oh, John's doing some stuff now. I really need to catch up. I'm sorry, what?
Sorry. I just gave you some. I think is that falafel? Yeah, pita with some falafel?
It kind of looks like falafel in a mini peanut butter cup, but I'll take it.
Oh, we're having a great time. What else can I give you? I can give you a fist bump, I think. Yeah, I fist bumped you. I almost said something else, and it would not have been.
I have some.
Praise it.
What just happened to John's voice? I don't know. I didn't hear anything.
What did I do? Did I talk really high? Oh, it's a falafel. Oh, check this out. Oh, this is the best one, you guys. Blue ice cream with sunglasses. I'm going to give you all the free stuff, Chris.
Blue ice cream with sunglasses. Oh, when he said falafel, did you say falafel's weird or something?
Oh, I think so, because I got so excited about it.
Falafel. Yeah, I love it in the videos where your voice cracks and you're like, I'm a 35-year-old male adult. Oh, what do we got here? Beer? Oh, we got an applause from Brian.
Oh. It should be a slow clap.
You know what? Oh, I don't know if I should tell the story or wait for a video to do it, but I want to make a peach cobbler for one of the videos.
You've been talking about that for over a year.
Well, you know why I told you the story, right?
You did. I can't remember it, but
Oh my god, it's funny, but I think I should wait. You know what? There's only 21 people here. I'll just tell it real quick. So obviously, when I was little, I was in the Cub Scouts, and I went to Cub Scout camp, and that's just like camping for a week with a bunch of Cub Scout troops and stuff like that. We slept in tents and lean-tos, and I remember it was in the daytime, but it was pouring rain out that day, and I was laying in my sleeping bag on a top bunk in a lean-to, just looking out, and they were making a fire. And these Boy Scouts, they had they were going to make the fire in this pouring rain. They were going to make it happen. So they had tarps over it and everything. Well, sure enough, they're Boy Scouts, so they made this roaring fire, and they had this nice die-cast, I think it was like Dutch oven, and they were going to make peach cobbler. Now, I've never had peach cobbler, but it just sounded good. It just sounded like something that was good. I wanted some, and they were making peach cobbler, so I'm like, oh, this is cool. They got the fire going. They got all the ingredients in the Dutch oven. It looks so cool. This is like, medieval days kind of thing, and, I'm being a nerd, and they put it over the fire, and they're cooking the peach cobbler, and they're all like, yeah, we're going to have peach cobbler. Everybody's ready for this peach cobbler. And I'm like, this is going to be so cool. And then I fell asleep. And then I woke up, and I'm like, the first thing I said, I'm like, where's the peach cobbler? And they're like, oh, it's gone. We ate it all. Was it good?
It was the one that...
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm like, oh, I didn't get it. And I never had it again until I think they made some peach cobbler on the cruise last year. And I think I had a piece of it, but I don't think it was authentic, really making it so I want to make peach cobbler. Am I wrong am I shaking the table as I'm talking? I'm sorry.
Siri, if you're ever out and you want a beer and you want to pick something that's vegan, just go to barnivore.com and you can type in the beer. What?
Spell it there in the thing for her. For
Barnivore, like carnivore, but with a B. I think that's right. If it's not, then I'm sorry. I'm going to check it right now. Cool. Barnivore.kizom. Yeah, and then you just you just type in the beer, and it'll tell you if it's veg. I've had many a beers by doing that research. Champagne is not vegan, unfortunately. Who wants a little bit of bubbly, when you're celebrating? Well, not you, Chris.
Isn't most wine vegan? I mean, the thing you got to watch for is isinglass, which is fish bladder.
No, wine has the same issue, I believe. Oh, there's an app called Is It Vegan? Champagne. You know what, Becca? You're right. The idea of champagne is amazing to me, but then it's just gross. It's just like soda alcohol. Ew.
Is this the app you're talking about? The guy that made this app actually sent this to me. I used it a few times.
Oh, that's cool.
But it wasn't
you told me about this a long time ago.
Yeah, but it wasn't on certain things. It was just this might be vegan. It's okay, and most of the stuff was this might be vegan, and it's okay.
Oh, yep. Great grape juice, a chasing frenzy. Yeah, grape juice, sparkling grape juice. That's what I like to celebrate with. Bring in the new year with a little bit of sparkling.
Calico Veg says, what part of the beer wine production includes animal products? What I believe it is they use isinglass to filter it, and isinglass is fish bladder.
Yep.
As far as I know.
There are also some beers that have actual honey in it. But mostly it's a filtration system. Did you freeze, Chris? Say something.
Hi.
Okay. You just weren't moving, and I got nervous. You're not right next to me, so I gotta poke you every once in a while. Hey, is there a poke emoji on here? Hang on. Oh, that's kind of like a poke. I do not like zoos. They're like prisons.
Right.
Unless it's a rescue, it's just not a good thing. That was a question from Samsing.
Samsung or Samsung?
Samsung.
Samsung. Samsung. Some of the Guinness I heard is vegan already, um, and a lot of the alcohols in Europe, from what I heard, were vegan because they only have a certain amount of ingredients. I don't know for sure. I never really cared because I don't drink, but
Yeah.
I just want to pass on the information if I know it. So, Cal Gale says, Chris, do you feed your dog vegan dog food? Yes, my dog. Actually, John does too. V-Dog has a very, very good, top quality, premium plant-based dog food. Has all the nutrients your dog needs. It's also hypoallergenic. It doesn't have soy, corn, wheat, gluten, and he's been on it now, I think, 3 years. Before that, he was also on vegan formula, just not V-Dog, and he was doing a lot better than he was when he was little, but he still was getting like some kind of rashes and stuff like that. But now, no rashes. He smells really good for a dog. Actually, I just gave him a bath before I left, but he hasn't had a bath before that since I think September or even before that. So, yeah, he's doing great on VDog. And I want to give you guys a coupon code if you're a new customer and you want VDog, because I have a coupon code. I'm just going to put it in right here, if I can remember it. Oh, I got it. It's Zombie, capital MAR is in March 17. Boom. There you go, because I love VDog. I am not making any money if you buy it. It's a good dog food, and that's my coupon code to save if you're a new customer. They also have breath bones and dog treats and that kind of thing. And they have kibble for, like, my dog is a 100-pound dog, so they have the big kibble, but they also have the little tiny mini kibble as well if you have a little dog. So, VDog, really cool company. There are other vegan dog foods out there too, but from Indy's experience, VDog has been the best. Did I miss anything here?
Oh, Migo, Hugo. How old was your dog
What did she?
when
12?
she actually passed away? She said she had liver failure. Favorite brand of peanut butter cup?
For me, it would be Justin's peanut butter cups, the dark chocolate ones. Um, I just wish they would get their. I wish they would get their act together about the labeling on the back, because they changed it to say may contain milk products to contain milk products. Now, we both spoke with the owner, Justin himself, and they are vegan. They don't have any milk or anything in them, but I think that's just purely for legal reasons, and they just are sloppy or lazy with it. And we were talking to them, like, we got to find a way so people know that these are vegan friendly. So, yeah, they're addictive. They're so good. Justin's peanut butter cups.
Uh-oh.
But I will be going to Expo this weekend, and I intend to talk to them. Another thing is, which I've already talked to this before, so if you've heard me say this before, then whatever, I guess you don't have to listen. But the little secrets they made, like the vegan M&Ms, so good, so delicious. We met them at the Expo last year, I think, or was it the year before that? Well, anyway, I talked to them. I asked them all the questions. Like, the confectioner's glaze is vegetable based. They're all vegan and everything. So they had like 4 flavors that were vegan, but they just recently. Oh, it looks like John logged off. So anyway, they let's see if I can get him back on. They recently came out on their website and said their sugar is not vegan, and that really upsets me because, well, for a certain part of the candy they use an organic sugar, but then for like the other part, and I'm not sure if it's the candy shell or the chocolate inside, or vice versa. But for one or the other, so they use a organic sugar, which is vegan, and then they use another sugar which they spot buy. Now, when you spot buy sugar, it might be vegan, but then again, it might not be, because they might get the sugar that is passed through bone char, or they might not, because they're just buying random sugar, whatever's the cheapest at the time. So for me, that was kind of saying, like, what's the point? Like, most of the people that are able to eat these candies are vegans, or people that are like lactose intolerant, dairy free, whatever. But it was huge for the vegans, because if you're not vegan, why not save a little money and just buy M&Ms? So it was huge thing for vegans. So I actually talked to these guys, and I let them know the concerns, and hopefully they listen and they buy. It probably would cost them like pennies to change the other sugar to get a vegan certified sugar. Now, with that being said, a lot of products that people consider vegan, it depends how far you go with it. Now, Oreos are the same way. A lot of people eat Oreos because, yeah, there's no animal products in there, but the sugar may or may not have been bone char. So you have that dilemma there. So I'm going to talk to them again at Expo if they're there, because I really, really did like their products. I stopped eating them once they came out on their website and said that their sugar is not vegan. But I've tried, we tried on, I think it was the last episode, the No-Nos by No Way Chocolate, which are another vegan M&M, which are in fact vegan. They're good. I don't think they're as good as I just fell. As the little secrets were, but they're pretty good. And I guess they have other chocolates too that I really want to try. They have a few different Easter ones too that I wanted to try. So all that came from that question by Brian. I'm sorry if did we miss anything else?
Yeah, there was Savory Moon asked if either of us have cats, and yeah, I have 3 here. That are not on vegan food right now. However, I just read down that Gina says her cat is vegan, and she gets him Amy.
Ami or Amy. And it's from South America, I think.
Yeah, I just looked it up, and I'm trying to see if I can find it, because I would absolutely love. They're rescue cats. It's not like we went out and bought a kitty because we thought it was cute. They needed a home, but I haven't found anything that I could feed them that keeps them healthy. I'll have to check that out, because I'd love to. Not that I'm trying to force a diet, but I'm I'm vegan, and I don't want to support the terrible things that happen in the processing of making cat food. So I'm definitely looking for some substitutes. Vegancats.com. I'll check it out.
Oh, that's cool. So from what the research I've done, it is they lack the ability to synthesize certain things like taurine, and if the right supplement. So I guess this is food that is supplemented with taurine and the supplements that they can't synthesize from a vegan diet. So there you go. Yeah, obviously a cat would not eat a vegan diet in nature, but again, a cat wouldn't have factory farming, breeding and killing animals for them. So if your cat is outside cat, it's going to kill mice or birds or whatever. Right.
And that's that's such a huge topic out there. Is like some people call us what are we? We're abusing our animals because we're feeding them a plant-based diet. But I mean, my dogs are as healthy as can be, and I'm not, because I own dogs. Which it's first of all, I'm not even for owning a pet. But these dogs are going to be, what have we done? What has the human race done? We've
domesticated dogs over the past 11,000 years. So
right. They need it.
Not to mention, a dog is like, your dog loves you, my dog loves me more than anything. If you have the right home, you're giving a dog a beautiful life. And there's a lot of dogs that are brought into this world that don't get that. So,
Becca, I have one cat. She said, "Do I balance by allowing?" Or maybe she was talking to Gina.
Do you balance by allowing the cats? No, but if the cat is outside, they're going to do that.
That's nature.
If your cat's like an outside cat or it goes outside and you're not supervising that cat, like, I mean, how can you really? But if the cat's doing its thing, you know, that's instinct for a cat. A cat will chase down and kill animals. Um, and that's
Cats.
nature. That's nothing we can do as vegans. It's not like we're breeding animals and killing them and torturing them to feed. Like, that's completely different there. Dogs will eat garbage. Dogs will eat, yeah, dogs are omni. They'll eat pretty much whatever they can. Kind of like people. So we are at 1 hour and 10 minutes. Does anybody have any other important questions real quick, or should we like see you guys on the next one? Would you
Yeah.
guys like me to do any of these here in California? Like if I go to a restaurant or something, and maybe we can do a quick one where is that cool? As long as the Wi-Fi and the feed is good, then I think that would be cool. Because my last one I did of the vegan Girl Scout cookies, the feed, I think the internet was just really bad there. Yeah, there's nothing, Gina, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's a cat doing, you know, living nature that, you know, you're doing the right thing. I mean, stopping a cat. You don't want to declaw a cat or anything like that either. Love the clip on the Girl Scout cookies. Thanks, Calico. Calico, where are you from? Are you the Calico that I know, that I met in person? Or is it just a coincidental name? Um, so I fan John. How do we fan Chris? Well, the only reason John made an account is so we could do this. So really our only account is the Vegan Zombie. So the Vegan Zombie is John and myself. And John made a separate account under John just so we could guess, so we could both be talking to you guys from different places. So that's really the only reason we did that. I doubt John's gonna go on without the Vegan
Yeah,
Zombie account.
I'll only be honest if you're on. I mean,
Right.
I don't see a point in it. I only created this so that we could do split screens if
Right.
if you're on the other side of the country.
It's gonna be funny if you get like more fans than our main one.
Or like, what if like behind your back I'd log on at like 2 in the morning and I just do really weird stuff. Like I get like a huge fan base. Why does John have 400,000 followers on a?
We're fun together, says Gina. Thanks. We try. What is the difference between the two Vegan Zombie YouTube sites? Well, I've been thinking about that, but as of right now, our main channel is like it's what we used to do like in character. Like, so we would do the cooking videos and we would pretend we're in the zombie apocalypse, those kind of videos. And the second channel was more of like, what I wanted it to be was more like a vloggy channel, but it's just nobody was watching them. So I'm like, what's the point? I'm doing all these work on these videos. So I started putting a lot of the vlogs that were meant for the second channel. I started putting them on the main channel and people were liking those just as much. So I really feel like I'm just going to start putting everything on the main channel. There are other things that have nothing to do with like some of the things on our second channel. Our second channel, our most viewed video is the Gary Yourofsky best speech ever. We met with him actually. Wow, it was actually almost 3 years this month, I think. And we filmed him do the best speech ever, and that became that's on our second channel. So, what do you guys think? I mean, just give us like a little comment there. Would you guys rather we just put everything on the one channel just to make it easier? And if you want to watch something, you watch it. If you don't, you skip to the next video. I kind of like that idea. I just don't know how people would react to it. And I didn't know for a long time because most people only knew John. Even though I created the channel and I did all the videos, I was never on camera. So I felt if I put up a vlog or something, people would be like, who the heck is this? Like, and, but at this point, I feel like I've done enough videos where we could just put whatever on the main channel. Yeah, one channel. I think so too. So maybe we'll start doing that.
What you could do, Chris, I think, is categorize it, right? So you can do like a live title, food title, and whatever else you do, just a vlog. And people can scroll through and choose that. Because I don't know. I feel like it makes more sense if it was just one channel but different categories.
Savory Moon. I've been watching Vegan Zombie for years, and I just figured out you weren't a gay couple like a month ago.
Wait, we're not a gay couple? Just kidding. I'm married. Right, honey?
We would get that comment a lot. People would ask us.
Yeah.
A lot. It was funny.
I get it.
I think for the longest time, like we didn't tell people, we wouldn't even tell anybody that, that John had a fiance for the longest time, because I think at the beginning we were like, we wanted to keep the Vegan Zombie a mystery. Like, so you wouldn't really know the real me or the real John. You would just know like a zombie apocalypse, crazy kind of like, survival situation where we just, make food. And, we did that for like, I think the first couple of years, and then we started doing like some vlogs where you get to know us behind the scenes. Vegan Zombie. Do you know that was like, that wasn't even really on purpose. We were filming our first episode ever, and we didn't really know like what to, and John, I was filming at the time. My camera was going, and he just kind of saying "Cooking with the Vegan Zombie," and I'm like, I'm going to use that for every episode. And he thought I was joking, and I went through it. I'm like, I was joking, but I think I am going to use this for every episode. So that kind of became the intro for everyone. And I kept telling myself, I'm like, well, this is going to be the intro until I actually come up with a good one, and that became our main intro.
Here we are 8 years later, and that stupid song still opens up your...
So many people have said, like, I can't get that song out of my head. Or my kids are running the house saying "Cooking with a Vegan Zombie." Or
does it still play like on your recipes as well?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, zombie.
You should sing it for the ones that you're cooking in.
Yeah. Well, if I did it, I can't sing. I could do it in Elmo's voice. But all right, we're at almost an hour and 20 minutes. So,
holy cow!
Again, you can find this video if you came in late on YouTube. It's going to go on our second channel because that's how I have it set up now. But maybe the future ones will go back on the main channel. So the Vegan Zombie 2, the number 2, and that's where you'll find our other channel. You can follow us on Instagram at the Vegan Zombie, and I'll be posting, everything from the adventures that I'm going on here in California. So stay tuned for that. So there's 2 vegans. Well, yeah, myself and John. I created the show, and then I recruited John to be the host of the show. And recently, in the last 2 years, I started going behind the camera as well. So there's 2 of us.
All right. Well, Chris, I guess text me, and I'll see you next Tuesday.
All right, cool.
Hopefully. All right. Bye, guys. Nice hanging out with you. We'll see you soon.
Stay safe. Don't get any zombies stuff.